you have a program called Owl Connected Mentorship. Can you share why you started this program and how it's structured?
With the program, this was, as I mentioned, a response in hearing the needs and opportunities to support our employees. So with launching the program, we actually started with a pilot. We focused on structuring this in a time release, if you will. So we set our registration to a certain amount of time. After that opportunity was completed, we shut down the registration piece and then opened it up for pairing. And as we started to, not only learn the software in real time, because I think Together did a phenomenal job in helping us to set up the program and really be established for this to run. But also, as everyone knows, you have to get into the actual weeds to understand how this is going to work. And so once we started to understand more of how to best utilize this, how to direct people to the various opportunities within the platform, we started to also see more requests for wanting to be engaged in the program. And since we had done this somewhat as a pilot and wanted to really focus on making sure that we kind of smoothed out any kinks that may be present, we took the time to actually continue on with the pilot that we had up until about the midway point of a 6-month period, and then ultimately open this up into an opportunity for all employees within the company to join, which is how we're running the program now. And the great thing about it is that employees can not only get support from individuals that are within their own department and leaders within the department, but also the expansion of Samsara. So the opportunity to connect with someone in a different department, a different role, and even having involvement from our leadership all the way from the C-suite down. And so just really creating that opportunity for cross engagement as well as cross exploration for the employees within the company.
That's fantastic. And it's great to see that your senior leadership team is involved as well. That we found that to make definitely a difference in terms of employee engagement and adoption. I'm curious, are you able to share some of the results of this program?
Sure. So far we did, as I mentioned, we had 95% of the initial pilot that was interested in continuing on. I think what we have seen is not only have people continued on, but they've also diversified who they're working with, which is a great opportunity because it gives you an opportunity to learn from various individuals within the company. We've also seen, we've had at least one spinoff that has come up from this program specifically for one of our ERGs, as well as just employee feedback on how this has been engaging for them. So opportunities for professional and personal development, the opportunity to build their network. While we do have physical offices within the US, there's a significant population of our organization, including myself, that are completely remote. And so being able to be intentional of building connections and building more identifiers in terms of like, who can I reach out to? I'm interested in this. I want to ask this question. So really just building that connection piece as well as the professional development that comes along with mentorship as a whole.
That's fantastic. Awesome. Okay. The second program that you have, as you mentioned, your spinoff is called Black Sarah. Are you able to share more about this program and the impact it's having for the Black community?
Sure. So I'm a member of Black Sara, a part of the leadership team and running this program as well. And so this is Black Sara, first off, is an ERG that focuses on Black African American employees within Samsara. And so this was a discussion within our community of, this mentorship piece has been a great opportunity for us within Samsara, but is there a way to also connect within our ERG with the upper management and leaders of this group and understanding not only the experience of being Black and African American within this organization, within tech, but then also what does it take? When we think about representation at the leadership level, there's a ladder to climb, and some people are not always aware of what it takes to do so. And sometimes you need additional guidance to get there. And so I think with this program, we just recently launched it. We're kind of into our first month so far, but the response has been very positive. I think there's the transparency of not only hearing from our leaders, but also the shared experience of being Black and saying, hey, it took me X, Y, and Z pathway to get to this point, and being able to not only understand, but also resonate and say, I'm willing to take this journey. Will you be able to help me with it? Or being transparent with yourself and saying, thank you for this transparency. And maybe I need to look at, a different pathway of how I want to structure my career, or even just knowing the timeline of what it takes to get to this point. So I think this provides just an additional level of connectivity and transparency for the members of this ERG. And at the most, we're having fun, being able to see our leaders come in and not only give back to the organization and the community, but also learn as well, understanding what members of the organization are experiencing from their perspective, and also bringing that information to help drive change within Samsara as a whole.